Hey everyone. In 1983, a woman named Nancy Brinker changed the fight against breast cancer with an event called Race for the Cure. In 1983, there were 800 participants. Today, there are over 1 million participants in over 150 races around the world. They all participate with one common goal in mind, helping those with breast cancer. Untreated breast cancer can be deadly. Learning about breast cancer will be beneficial for you. There are many people all over the world who have been diagnosed with this deadly disease, or even someone who's known someone. And so it will help you by knowing about it. And in many cases, untreated breast cancer can be deadly. Today we will discuss the statistics, stages, and treatment for breast cancer. So first we'll talk about the statistics. The nonprofit organization, breastcancer.org, states that in 2015, an estimated 231,840 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. That is 12 out of 100 women. And about 40,000 of those will die from breast cancer. Cancer affects so many people. So another important thing that you could know about breast cancer is the different stages. So a stage of breast cancer is determined basically about how badly the disease is. And you know how bad the disease is by how many cancer cells are in the body. So stage 1. Stage 1 is where you either have a small tumor about the size of a pea, or there's cancer cells in your lymph nodes. And they're not too many cancer cells, not a whole bunch, but there's still enough that's noticeable. And so stage 2 is either where your tumor is a little bit larger, about the size of a bean, or you have a lot more cancer cells in your lymph nodes. Stage 3 is where the tumor is a lot bigger. It can be like the size of a lime or even bigger, and you have a lot of extra cancer cells. You can even have both of them together. They can. They know it's especially bad when it starts getting in the underarms of with your lymph nodes, and so that's stage 3. And stage 4, which is the worst stage, basically it's metastasized to the other parts of your body. And what metastasized means is that the cancer is spread. So it's not just in one area, it's in multiple areas. And you can get them in your lungs, you can get them in your bones, in your thyroid, and your pancreas. When this cancer starts to spread, it'll go crazy and it'll be all over your body. And usually by this point, it's near incurable. So the last point you should know about is the different treatments. There are several methods of treatments, and they all kind of go together. Usually when a person is being treated for cancer, you see at least 2 of the treatments together. So the first one is surgery, and surgery is where they remove the cancer cells, so remove the tumor, and that will get the cancer out of you and stop it from spreading. The other type of treatment is what they call radiation therapy, and this is where usually it's given right after surgery, and it's high energy rays or particles, and what they do is they destroy the cancer cells, and they can contain the cancer cells to a certain area. And you also see radiation being used if you have extremely large tumors, so they use it can actually shrink a tumor and be easier for surgery to be used. So finally, the last treatment is called chemotherapy, and most everyone has probably heard about this, and it's commonly known as chemo. And so chemo is a treatment with cancer-killing drugs that can be either injected into a vein or be taken orally. And so the drugs travel through your bloodstream and they reach the cancer cells, and that they will most often kill the cancer cells. Chemo is given in several cycles, with each period followed by a recovery period. So if you have chemo for a week, then you have a period off for 2 or 3 weeks before you go back in for another treatment. Treatment usually lasts for several months, and used together, these treatments have become so effective now with breast cancer that they can actually, in most cases, it cures breast cancer. So now you know a little bit more about breast cancer. So we talked about the statistics, the treatments, and the different stages of breast cancer. And so the important thing to remember is in total, the Race for the Cure donated over $2 billion to this cause. And without that, the breast cancer, the progress, the research, all the things that will help it be cured, it would have been not possible. So now you know a little bit more. I encourage you to study and learn a little bit more about it yourselves. And even you can help. You can participate in the Race for the Cure, you can donate. There's so many things that you can do.